Yeah, this year to me it feels kind of similar to 2021. The reason of that is because 2020 was a very difficult year for me personally, and then 2021 we started Trackhouse, and it was almost like a fresh start. It was a lot of energy, a lot of hype, and a lot of excitement heading into the year. And this year feels that way. And the reason why it feels that way is because last year, we had a few spikes of good runs here and there. We got a pole position. We finished top five a few times, but it wasn't the year that we're hoping for. And we worked very, very hard in the offseason to make our team better. Maybe from the outside the team looks very similar, but from the inside, a good amount of the team is different. So I like what I'm seeing, and I think that we're going to be able to move in the right direction with everything that we have.
Is there any additional pressure on you with other guys in the pipeline for Trackhouse, like Zane Smith and SVG?
No, I mean there is always pressure, but I don't have extra pressure because of them. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what we were lacking last year. And I feel like as a group we made some adjustments to be better, and we're gonna be fine. But definitely we have to be better. Good or average is not good enough. But to be able to change that mindset to shoot to be great, it has to be across the board mindset. I cannot change that by myself. I have to change the mentality of myself, engineers, everyone on board in the 99 team to be able to accomplish that. And I feel like in this offseason we have worked very hard on that, and I can't wait to see how that is reflected on track.
How much influence did you have in choosing your crew?
Well, it was a little bit of influence, but really the team needed a change, and they talked to me about different options. At the time, I didn't know Matt Suarez very well. He was one of the options. He wasn't the only option, and I just didn't know. It was very difficult also because I still have a good relationship with Travis Mack, and him and we started Trackhouse in the very beginning. So it was difficult, but at the same time, last year we stalled, right? Like the team wasn't very good. We were a good top 15 team. That's exactly where we were. The last few races of the season, we finished 10, 11, 8, like that, but we were not good enough to win. I feel like in the entire year, we only had winning cars probably twice. So, to be able to win races, you have to have winning cars more than twice to execute everything. So, we needed something different, and the team, way higher than myself, they decided that we need to make a change in the leadership of the team.
With all the progress of the new teams, seems like the legacy teams had a lock on the championship and going into the finals. How do you break through?
What was the question again?
Okay, sorry. A lot of progress, new teams, Trackhouse, 23XI. Roger Penske, a legacy team, has won it twice in a row.
Oh yeah.
What will it take?
I think the Penske have done an amazing job. They have a very good lineup of drivers. They have very good engineers, crew chiefs, a lot of support over there from manufacturer. They have done a great job, and you have to recognize that. You have to recognize everything that Mr. Penske has done in that organization. He has great leadership as well. With that being said, there is a lot of young teams like Trackhouse, like 2311, Legacy, that coming up and getting stronger every year. I truly believe that last year Trackhouse didn't really get stronger than the year before, but I believe, and I truly believe, that this year we're going to be more stronger than last year, and I can't wait to see that reflected on track, and hopefully we can give them a run for their money.
What did you do in the off season to make Daniel Suarez stronger?
Well, it was a busy off season. I did a lot of work. Mostly the end of December and January with Matt Sudorsky and with the rest of the engineers in the simulator, and analyzing myself, what I can be better at. There is a couple good areas that I have to be better as a race car driver as well. Like, this is not just, we changed the cruise ship, that's the solution. No, that's not how it works. It has to be way more than that. And I think that we all really need to change a few things here and there. Myself, crew chief, engineering department, big crew department, and I think that that with these changes, I believe that we're going to be in a different place this year.
Daniel, when you were young and coming up in your career, you said that your advisors advised you to come to NASCAR when you were looking at open wheel or NASCAR. You went to the F1 race at Las Vegas last year. You're marrying into an F1 family. Do you look and go, maybe open wheel one day? Did I do the right decision? Do you ever second guess any of that?
No, I didn't. And the reason why I never second guessed it is because I really wanted to be the first in NASCAR. You know, in Formula One, I think Formula One is amazing, but there is always politics in sports, some more than others. Here in NASCAR, there is also politics, but in Formula One, it's from a different world. You know how many politics there are, and it's a little bit tricky. You know, it's a little bit tricky, and the reason why I know that is because I'm good friends with Esteban Gutierrez. I'm good friends with Checo Perez. I'm good friends with Pato O'Ward. I'm good friends already now with Max Verstappen. There is a lot of politics involved, and sometimes no, but sometimes I can take the fun a little bit out of it. And honestly, I'm extremely happy here in NASCAR. I feel like it was meant to be for me to be here in NASCAR and to bring the Latino community more close to NASCAR and be successful here in NASCAR. And honestly, if you were telling me right now, Adrian, do you want to go to Formula One? I don't think I would take it. I think my journey is to be here. I think I would love to try it just because I'm a very curious guy, but I felt that I am right now where I'm supposed to be.
Thank you.
It was rumored around the time of the Clash that it could potentially move to Mexico next year. If that were to happen, are there any venues in particular where you'd like to see it?
I think Mexico City. I think to me, that's a no-brainer. You know, you have to go to Mexico City because that's the heart of the country. The question to me is road course or oval. You know, they have both options. So I think that would be very special. There have been a lot of conversations about having a race in Mexico for a couple of years now, and you know, I can tell you that I will be the happiest person on this planet if that actually happens.
Thank you.
You talked about having a winning car, and you knew when you had a winning car. You ran second in Atlanta last year in the later race, the second race. How has that track changed? And it's kind of a hybrid. The drivers call it a hybrid, but how has that track changed, and why are you so good at it?
I have good cars. I have good execution from my team, and it's a lot about being patient. You know, just like here in Daytona in a super speedway. I feel like things have worked out for us a few times there in Atlanta. Obviously, also in the road course racing. You know, every time that we go to a road course, we are competitive. And there was one time that I felt like we threw away. You know, I think we should have won it, and we didn't execute right. We got the pole position and we finished third in Indianapolis. So we just have to understand, you know, like if you ask William Barron, you know, William Barron won how many races last year? Six? Okay, he won 6 races. How many times he had a car capable of winning the race? 15? 18? And he won 6, right? Okay, I had cars capable of winning the race last year maybe 3 times. You know, you have to have more shots than that, because a winning car, that doesn't mean that you're going to win the race. You know, you still have to execute, you still have the stride, it has to play out. Every decision has to play out. Like, you have to have, if you want to win a couple of races, you have to have 8 to 10 winning cars. So so that's what we were lacking, you know, consistency. You know, one weekend last year, one weekend we can show up to the racetrack and we were top 5, and the next weekend we were 20th. How that can happen? You know, you just the preparation is supposed to be the same. So we just really needed to do something different. We don't know yet 100% if we made the right call. It feels like it. We're gonna find out. But I feel like the team, the 99 team right now, is the most prepared I have seen it in years.
Is the 1 and the 99 working closer together? Because one thing Tony came in, he said that SHR needed to do, because the 4's on an island, or was when Kevin was there. He wants all 4 teams working together. Does the 1 and the 99 have to be, you know, simpatico sort of to get things going?
Last year I would say that we were working together a little, not a lot, a little. And I think that right now we're working together a little bit more. But in reality, we're going to just find out as we go. But obviously, the one team, they have done a great job. They have a good driver, they have good engineering, they have a great crew chief, they have a good package. And I feel like something that the 99 team failed last year to do was to learn from them. We didn't learn. I was pushing them very, very hard. Man, we have to learn from those guys. We have to learn from those guys. And we failed a couple times to do so. And I feel like right now with Matt Swiderski, I think that he has already a relationship with Philip, with Phil Sargent, and I think that that's going to help, to bring both teams maybe a little bit more together.
Looking ahead, are you and Trackhouse in talks for an extension, or is it too early for that?
I think it's too early for that, and honestly, for me, I don't really like to talk about that stuff. I let my people talk about it, and they deal with that. My focus is in winning races and make my team competitive. That's all I care about. I'm a big believer that if you take care of if I take care of my thing and you take care of yours, things are gonna work out. But I have to focus on that. I cannot have my mind, an extension, or what is gonna happen in 2 years or whatever with my next contract. My mind has to be in performance. My mind has to be with the sponsors. My mind has to be in how we're gonna be able to make this team a winning team, and that's what I'm thinking right now.
If NASCAR.
What up? It's Brad Perez. Click subscribe and watch one of the 2 videos right beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.